Hello, Instagram Live. I thought I would pop on here and I'm going to try to do this more often. And I'm doing this from the comfort of my bed because this is what work-life balance looks like for me. And it's the weekend and my daughter is with my dad. And I just was like, you know what I feel like doing? I have to do some like admin stuff and I'm just going to do it from bed. So I was looking up live stream ideas and trying to think about what might be interesting for people to hear from me. And one of them that popped up, two things that popped up that I thought were kind of interesting was, what does work-life balance look like for me? So like I said, this is one of the things that looks like for me. And then the other one is what I wish I'd known when I had started. And so what work-life balance looks like for me is this. I work best at different times of the day. I am neurodivergent, which is a fancy way of saying that I have ADHD, and which means I'm awesome, obviously. And I don't like those of you, God bless you, that can get up at the ass crack of dawn, which I do, but then completely be at full force the whole entire time that you are working. Awesome. I don't work that way. I usually have a burst of energy in the morning and then kind of wane in the afternoon, and then late afternoon, I work really, really well. And so what I found for work-life balance for me is that I do most of my work, like admin, kind of quiet work in the morning, and then I take a break, and then I will do my meetings and things like that, sometimes in the afternoon. And that works really, really well for me. Hi, Miranda. Thanks for coming back. We were just talking about work-life balance, and I was saying that one of the things that work-life balance means for me is that it is Sunday morning and I am in bed. And I'm like unabashed about that. I don't even give a shit. I'm in bed. It's fine. I needed to work on some shit, so I have a laptop, a phone, getting some stuff done. And the other thing we were talking about was what work-life balance looks like during the week. And I was talking about my schedule and how I structure my schedule to work best for me. And what that has allowed me to do is actually spend more time. I'm so grateful that I am an entrepreneur, because with my daughter being in online school this year, it's allowed me to take time to be with her. And I'm a horrible teacher, so I won't say that I helped her with school a lot. But I was able to be present, and I was able to take moments to be a mom. That being said, a lot of those moments were her playing Minecraft in my office while I worked. You know what? Bonding is what bonding is, and that's fine with me. So work-life balance really looks different for every single person. For me, I love to work 7 days a week. That's my shtick. I promised my husband I won't work outside of the home on Sundays, and I try to minimize the amount of work that I do on Sundays so that I can definitely have a day where there's a little bit of a break. Today I'm just doing little tiddly things to, that's not even a word. That sounds like inappropriate, whatever. I'm just doing fun stuff for me to clean up and get ready for the week ahead. The next question was what I wish I would have known when I started my business. I wish I would have known how hard it could be sometimes. Like, you think work is hard, working for somebody else is hard. I think it's even harder when you're working for yourself. There are the like perks and the wonderful things about it, but it can be very emotionally draining, and it can also be discouraging. So it's really important to rally yourself with a group of people that are doing like-minded things, not necessarily doing the same thing, but that are, like if you're a female entrepreneur, I have friends who are female entrepreneurs and they get it, so I can call them and be like, man, or I can celebrate with them and they get it. And so I wish that I had known that. I think I had a clue, but I didn't really know how hard it was. And I wish that I had known one thing that I was listening to a podcast from previous that I did, which if you've not listened to my podcast, please check it out on every platform, but it is the Client Experience Revolution podcast. I look a lot nicer than this on the cover. This is the real, raw Sunday morning Riah. We call it Real Talk with Riah for a reason, and that is because you're getting all this. But one of the things that I said, or someone said on a podcast episode, was just because it's deductible doesn't mean that you should buy it. And I wish that I had known / told myself that in year one. I bought a lot of stuff under the guise or under the way of telling myself that it was deductible, that I thought I was going to end up doing. Like inventory, originally I thought that we were going to do client experience gifts for people. So I was making things, and I was actually doing that, but I bought a lot of inventory, and I don't do that anymore. And so I was kind of stuck with all this stuff, and I had spent all this money on this stuff. And until you have a really solid, business plan or idea of what is happening in your business, I would really discourage people from going out and spending lots of money that way. One of the things that I wish that I did do right is get a business coach. And I highly recommend that for anyone who is going into business, because you don't know what you don't know. My business coach was non-traditional. She was she's the feminine CEO coach. And so I probably, if I was to go back, would also supplement with a little bit more from the Small Business Administration alongside with working with a business coach. And those are just things that you learn along the way. And that's what I just wanted to share today. I won't give it all away. I'm going to come back on here. But I just wanted to say, work-life balance looks like whatever the fuck you want it to look like. For me, it looks like no makeup, in pajamas, in bed at freaking 12:33 p.m. on a Sunday, doing some shit on my computer, and then gonna go pick up my baby later and have fun. And it also means working at the time of day that works best for me. It also means doing things that honor who I am and bring me joy. And what I wish that I'd known when I started, can't even talk, blah, 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 is don't spend all your freaking money, old Riah from 2018. Don't do it. Don't spend all the money on all the things, because your business is going to change. And it's going to morph, and it's going to turn into something even better. But you don't need to spend all your money just because it's deductible. And good job getting a business coach. You're awesome. That's what I got, guys. I hope that you have an awesome day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.